everybody, my name is Zach, and welcome to the October 8th edition of Nintendo News. So today, I actually have a lot to cover. I didn't think that much was going to happen within the span of a week, but sure enough, we got more news. Now, I'm going to start off with Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo 3DS. This is a remake of the original game coming out on the 3DS. It's coming out this Friday, and I'm obviously getting it. I am so excited. I'm going to be doing a playthrough for you guys, but I watched a video on Game Explain's channel, and I want to see if any true Luigi's Mansion fans noticed something. Take a look at this clip. So as you can see, 25 paintings? Huh, funny. Doesn't Luigi's Mansion only have 23 portrait ghosts? So does that mean we have 2 new portrait ghosts? And the funny thing is, when Luigi's Mansion, when there's all this beta talk and all this stuff, the 2 portrait ghosts that are known to be missing are a chef ghost from the kitchen and a safari ghost from the safari room. So could we finally be getting those portrait ghosts in this game? I doubt it. But it's led to a lot of speculation I've noticed in the comments of people that are like, there's only 23 portrait ghosts, which there are, and that includes the bosses, that's every single portrait ghost. And there is another room with paintings for common ghosts and booze and all that stuff, but there's 3 frames there, so that just can't be it. There must be something we're missing, and I really hope that they added portrait ghosts, or more portrait ghosts. That, to me, would make this game a day one buy. Being that it's my favorite game of all time, and they added more content into it? Like, come on, like, if you're a Luigi's Mansion fan, that's gotta excite you. But of course, I could be way off. It could just be, the other paintings, but they miscounted, because I know there's 3 paintings in that one other room. Which, by the way, I like the redesign of the gallery. I think it's really cool that there is a redesign of the gallery. Like, I don't know, I just think it's cool that this Luigi's Mansion got a redesign in the gallery. And I don't know, I just think it looks really, really cool. It's so funny that it's my favorite game of all time, and they're like changing things and adding new things, and I'm actually liking them. And it's Grezzo, I think, that's working on this game. So, it's not Next Level Games. So, Grezzo, can you do Luigi's Mansion 3? Pretty please? Alright, so let's talk about Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party, has actually gotten some pretty good reception for the most part. Lots of, 6s and 7s and 8s, which is good for a modern Mario Party. But I feel like, there really is something missing with this new Mario Party, and I really hope that they address that in future updates. The boards, there's only 4 of them. And on that golden board, the spaces are very far apart. It makes the board seem smaller than it already is. So, I hope Nintendo really updates Mario Party. That is a game that I personally think does need updates. Kind of like Mario Tennis or Splatoon updates. Every single month, something new. Or maybe every couple months, new board. Or something like that, because the game's modes, from what I've seen, are pretty lacking. I haven't gotten the game myself yet. I'm getting it on Tuesday or tomorrow. So, I really hope that Nintendo patches these few things up in the coming months. So, there's a big thing going around. Wall Street Journal reported on a new Nintendo Switch being made. A new Nintendo Switch in development. Now, there's so many people that are, making all these speculations. And I'm going more on the conservative end of things. I don't think it's going to be anything major. I think it's just going to be kind of like a power upgrade. Because so many people think it's going to be an XL or a mini, and I'm just gonna debunk those theories with 2 words: Joy-Cons. They are not gonna start making Joy-Cons of different sizes to accommodate the new Switch. It will just be confusing. I think there's no benefit. The Switch is already a fine size. It's not too small. It's not too big. So I think the size of that already is fine. So something I think would be cool. I have my Nintendo Switch here. Obviously, as you can see, they have this black border around. If they made the screen take up the whole Switch, I think that's the main improvement they can do with the screen and the size. Make the screen take up the whole entire thing rather than having the black border around it. I think that would be the best way to go about it. And also, I think something that I think they would be able to do while keeping the Joy-Con size the same, is maybe making the system a little slimmer. I think it's very possible for the system to get slimmer while keeping the same Joy-Cons. They would have to, find a weird way around it, but I think it's possible. Those are just, speculations on what they could do. But what I expect them to do is I do expect a better battery life, and I expect more storage. Because 32 gigabytes is not a lot. So I do expect a little more storage. And I kind of want a little bit of like a upgrade to the system, like some sort of like Pro version. I would rather a Pro version, a version of the Switch that's a little more powerful than a version that's, then a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. I think the Switch could use it, especially with next year. The PS5 is probably going to be announced. So the Xbox project that they're working on is probably going to get announced, and I think the Nintendo Switch needs to upgrade. I think they're, as much as I love the Switch, and the games look beautiful, I think that there should be some sort of upgrade to the Switch to, make it, like, maybe it won't be able to compete with the games on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, or the PS5, or the Xbox One 2. But I think, to upgrade it would make it easier for third-party companies to translate their games to the Switch, which leads me to my next point, Kingdom Hearts. Square Enix wants to bring Kingdom Hearts 3 to the Switch, according to Dreamcast Guy on YouTube, which I think would be awesome. I did say in the predictions video for the Nintendo Direct that Kingdom Hearts, I think, is possible to come to the Switch, but I meant 1 and 2. I could never foresee them bringing 3, but apparently Square Enix wants to do it. So, if they can manage to put it on the Switch, that would be awesome. The game seems very, very taxing when it comes to, graphics cards and all that. So, I think it would be a lot of work, but hey, with the Switch, it seems like anything's possible. And next up, there's this whole Game Boy classic patent thing. Now, I honestly think it's a smart move. Now, hear me out here. There are so many people that are like, oh, I just want a regular Game Boy Classic, just like the NES and SNES. But here's the thing, right? The Game Boy is a handheld. I think it would just be a little different, I mean, I don't know. With how the mobile market is today, I have a feeling a lot more people would buy a cheaper peripheral and download an app rather than go out and get a, like a physical, old-school Game Boy type thing. Now, that's personally, which one would I rather? I would rather the phone case, because on the phone case you can probably have as many games as you want. There's no limitation as to how much is on there. With the NES and SNES Classic, there's a game limit. There's like, I think 20 games on the NES or something like that. But with this, you can probably have as many Game Boy games as you want, and eventually they'll come out with Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance even. So I think this is a better option in terms of what you'll be getting out of it. And I know, particularly on Android phones, you can emulate Game Boy games. But with this Nintendo peripheral, where you can use the buttons on it and it'll go with the touchscreen, I think it would be a much better and a more official feeling option than just to play with the emulators on your phone. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for today's edition of Nintendo News. I really hope you enjoyed this series, guys. This is my second one, obviously, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying this. So if you are, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell so that you can be notified. I try to upload every day. There are some cheat days where I don't. I don't upload on Sundays, but, it's whatever. But, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Nintendo News, and until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.